Hello and greetings from, where are we? We're in West Texas? East Texas. We're in the middle of Texas. That's where we are. We're at the Llano uplift. Fantastic spot. Check it out. It's a huge granite batholith. So we're investigating it. This is of great interest and importance to creationists, catastrophists, and old earthers, because of course the belief is that this granite formed from a melt. So we're here to investigate whether that's even possible or not. Personally, I think it's impossible, and there's a whole whack of problems with suggesting granite formed from a melt. So the question arises, how did this get here then? Is it actual created granites? Has it been transported? Has it been re-lithified? Lots of questions we're just investigating while we're here. So I'd like to say hi to my home church, Pembroke Pentecostal Tabernacle. Thanks for all the support over all the years. Andrew and I are here investigating it, checking it out, and wow. Anyway, we'll give you some of the highlights of the trip here. Okay, so would you say it's safe to say your conclusion is the same? It's a conglomerate. It's not.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. We're going to agree on this. We think it's a conglomerate, and it's not actually granite. I mean, the stuff just. I mean, you walk on it, the stuff just disintegrates. I mean, it's very loosely cemented. And the stuff, if you grab a rock, it just peels apart in your hands. Does seem to be quite a bit of mica on this one, although it's absent in other areas. And a lot of other areas, it seems to be oriented into flow patterns. So we also got a whack of these really unusually eroded features. Oh yeah. And we stopped in at a rock store on the way here. Just phenomenal stuff the guy had. But he'd been talking to the guys who just did seismic readings here. They figure this granite formation is 5 miles deep according to seismology. I don't trust seismology 100%, but in this case, if that's what they get, it's probably right. But that's a lot of granite. But some have suggested that perhaps rainwater is dissolving silica, or the quartz, out of the rocks. My question is, okay then, why isn't it washing down or re-cementing down below? Because it's just as brittle down here at the bottom as it is at the top. Say that again.
That's not granite. Looks like a pile of sand dumped out of a bucket.
Okay. Yeah, and you know what? If I was to see those feldspar crystals anywhere else, I would call that a conglomerate. And I would call those rip-up clasts. And there's lots of them. So basically, as Andrew just pointed out, and I think it's a valid point, you've got lamination on all scales. You've got really small laminations, moving up to really larger laminations, and then that whole outcrop appears to be one gigantic lamination on top of everything else. And all the laminations, of course, follow the curve, which is quite the curve. Twitch. Hey, Mr. Gecko, how are you today? Okay, what you see there is what we call differential erosion. That's a crack. It's in the granite, comes all the way over here, continues here. It's actually filled with the silica feldspar sandstone. So basically what happens, there's actually several cracks here, and several filled with sandstone.
It's very small though.
So what this is, the way this works, the sandstone erodes slower than the granite, which is really unusual because sandstone is nowhere near as tough as granite. This is another crack that's been filled with feldspar, quartz, sandstone. But look at the laminations within that sandstone that are vertical and all parallel to each other. And over here, we've got vertical laminations of the biotite, the mica. And they're just huge. Look how far they go. Okay, something Andrew repeatedly pointed out and I kept forgetting to mention because I think it's significant. There are no fossils in this. Now, I think we both agree, or we're both agreeing that it's pretty much well, it's like a conglomerate. So as Andrew put it, he put it in much better words than I did. It's a plume. So it's coming up from deep within the earth. There are no fossils to be entrapped, basically, whereas layered sedimentary rocks would tend to trap and capture biomatter to be fossilized. Okay, very interesting. We've got blocks of this granodiorite or granite or whatever you want to call it coming out. And look at this. It's a crack that has extruded chunks of what was obviously solid granite in a circle heading down over the hill. Amazing. Okay, so as Andrew pointed out, obvious example of layers sliding down from the top. So of course, one of the main reasons I wanted to come here was to investigate, basically we're investigating the origin or the genesis of granites. Because you see, granites cannot form from a melt. You melt granite and let it cool, you don't get granite, you get granite. And Dr. Robert Gentry says a standing challenge for decades, literally decades, to produce granite in the lab or to observe it forming in nature, the best laboratory we have. And it has never been observed to form from a melt anywhere. And so the question arises, well, how did these batholiths get here? And just as importantly, there's a lot of granite veins as well that I've been exploring in various places throughout North America. And their genesis is a bit of a mystery as well. Be able to hear me with this wind, but we'll keep going anyway. Been a blast. Until next video log, we'll see you then. Bye.